All right. Let's get to it. And by that, I we're not really getting to anything today, I guess. So let's not get to it. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about last stream, which was 2 weeks ago, by the way. So sorry if you like watching my streams; they've been scarce. Although, I will say something about having a scarce amount of streams. It gives people an opportunity to watch the VODs. So maybe I'm doing you a favor. I don't know. That's how you should be spending your time, right? It's just all your time just watching my VODs and me like stumbling over my words for hours and hours. What was I saying? Yes, last stream, right, sorry. Last stream, was it last stream? Yes, it was last stream. I mentioned the Sonic franchise of games and how I really should try playing them. And I was gonna play one of them today and just just check it out. But I booted it up and I was in the menu and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I was like, I want to stream, and I thought this would be fun to stream, but I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. So now we're just not playing a game. Usually if that happens, it's either I don't stream or I play a different game. Now, we're just not playing a game today. And that's weird. I'm trying to think if there was a time ever where I had a just chatting stream, and I don't think so, because to be honest, I don't really know what to say. Hi Kylie. Yeah, I don't know what this. What do people talk about? What if you're supposed to say words, like what words do you say? I don't know. Even though I spend like the first like half hour of every stream like ranting about something anyway, now that it's like, yeah, that's the stream. Well, I don't know what to say. I would say it's a rant time only stream. Yes, I would say that's a fair assessment, actually. Yeah. First of all, I kind of want to put on that playlist I made for what did we play? Dead or Alive Extreme. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna put that on in the background, and hopefully the actually it's gonna speech jam me, isn't it? I'm like, oh, a just chatting stream, a stream where I'm just saying words. Let's put on the playlist that's all full of lyrics. That's gonna mess me up. I'm doing it anyway. Anyway, yeah, I figured we actually, I talk about Toxabot? No. Well, a little bit about Toxabot. But, Toxajuice, version 4. Pew, pew, pew! I just added the pew, pew, pew now. That's not official. Yeah, because, it's, good God, I don't know how long it's been since I've started working on it. And I'm afraid to think about that. I'm afraid to do the math, because then reality will set in of how long it's taken. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Before I forget, this probably is not going to be a very long stream, because what am I gonna talk about for a long time? Nothing. I ain't got nothing to say, except for some things. But yeah. Well, I keep saying Toxabot because I've been working on Toxabot in order to make things work with other stuff, and also I spent like an hour before the stream trying to fix Toxabot because of reasons. I don't remember. Was this a part of the playlist? I don't remember the song coming on. Anyway, there's something in my eye. There's something in my eye. Help. Help. Help me. Something in the eye. Ah. Am I good? I might be good. Yeah, so like I've been working on the VTuber program like just a stupid amount over the past. How many months has it been? How many months has it been? Oh, I just clipped the mic. Oh God. Yeah. How long? How long have I been working on this thing? Here, let me find the oldest. What is probably the oldest script in here. Hold on. Properties. February? Oh no. It's been at least 5 months. Oh my God, it's been at least 5 months of me working on this thing? Is that real? Oh no. Oh well, I'm zooming in and out. Here, let's zoom in. Why not? That's crazy. Anyway, the program itself, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to do that is not gonna make it into like the 1.0 version of the program. But the stuff I want to absolutely be in there before I actually start using it properly is there's only like a small handful of things, and I don't know how long it's gonna take, even though it is not that many things, because the latest thing that I've been working on, I had the realization, it's like, oh, if I want to do like, there's a couple things that I might want to do that would require like chat to be a part of the program, and I already have this system where like I'm like beaming the video from OBS into the program and then compositing like the VTuber model on top of it in the program and then spitting it back out to OBS. That's a whole system that has actually it's been difficult, but it's working pretty well now. I'm actually pretty excited for it because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do in OBS that makes it so I can't do some fun stuff that I want to do, and so having it be a part of the program is pretty cool. But anyway, I already have that system going, so it's like I might as well just make the on-stream chat a part of that as well. I might as well make that as part of that as well. And I was like, and I've, you know, it'll probably take a little bit of time, but I didn't think it would take that much effort because I've done it so many times before. I have built so many different like chat display thingies for stream over the years. But yeah, I was very wrong. It's been like absolutely painful. It's been very painful working on this chat thing, but it's mostly functional now. There's still things I need to add functionality wise, but it's mostly design stuff now. And I figure maybe if I can get it running, because I want to test some things and see if it'll work with my usual setup rather than in like a more constrained environment. We're gonna see if we can get it working, and then I can show it if it works. Isn't that crazy? That I might be able to just show it if it's functional. But yeah, we need to make sure it's working first. So let me boot this up. And I'm really terrified, by the way. I'm really terrified to actually show this at all because while I am in a completely different scene, I'm in a whole different test scene just for the chat stuff. I'm really afraid like something's gonna happen and the program is gonna like load up the new model before I'm ready to show it and just ruin my hopes and dreams. Hopefully not though. Okay, so it looks like it's connected. Let me see if I can get the spout stuff working. Can I do that? I might have to make some temporary things. Hold on, let's do this, and I should have a script for blitting to the camera, which is a weird word, but don't worry about it. Oh god, which one of these is... Is it this one? It's probably this one. It's Probably this one. Now, if I go over here and do things that you cannot see on the screen, but it should be visible soon. Maybe. Boop-a-boop-boop-a-doo. What do I need? I need to add this. I didn't prepare for this. Although, I mean, if I didn't prepare for like, who knows if that would have been as much like troubles if I did prepare. Who knows? It's jams. Oh, by the way, that Dead or Alive Extreme, the stream. Extreme stream. Dead or Alive. The Dead or Alive Extreme stream. That's weird. It's weird. They rhyme. Did you know that? Do they rhyme? They do rhyme. I'm losing it. Blocked in 40 territories. Some of it could have been the video game music playlist that I put together, but at the beginning of that stream, we had to bear the license to music because it didn't save or like it didn't transfer over my custom like playlist from the one thing to the other. So yeah, it was like at the end of that stream, it was like your video has blocked in 40 territories. And I was like, oh my god, what are the? I don't know. I wish I knew what the 40 territories were, because clearly they hate music. Anyway, this button, we'll call this, and we will do a texture, and the texture is going to be, what is the texture going to be? This. And now, in OBS, if I press this button, and then, oh boy, this button, and then this button, and then I type temporary in here so I remember to delete it later, and then I do this. It's working. I don't remember which one of these options I need. This one might be fine. And if I do that, bam! You have a static background. Oh, I'm stretching it. But I think so. This should be here. If I bring a cube in here, watch this. Watch this crazy business. Why did it spawn so far away? Look, a cube. Look, it's not just a static background. It's real. Wow, look, I'm rotating it. Oh my god. Whoa. Watch, I'm gonna make it bigger. Whoa, big cube. Actually, this cube will be good for testing. Theory, if I do this. Oh wait. Okay, it's not working though. It's not working. It is working. Look, this cube is now just I think I'm rotating the camera now. Yeah, look, the cube's just like there. Look at this crazy technology. Wow. Okay, the problem is the actual chat isn't showing up. So this is good to know. I guess this needs to be camera, world space, camera space, world. How's that? What is it? Screen space camera. Do this, and then this. There we go. And I can actually just make this full screen. Look, that's what you said earlier. Let me see if I can move this over. Whoa! Oh, I'm so glad it's actually working. You only show up as black and white though, because you don't have a Twitch color. I could do the thing. I probably will do the thing that I did with the current on stream chat, where I like kind of make up a color if you don't have one assigned. What was I doing? Yes, I'm gonna move this over here. Look at that. Look at this. I'm moving it. Now it's up there. Now it's just up there. Now I got two chats on the stream. But yeah, if I type a test thing, test, smiley face, your chatter. Oh, the text is kind of, wait, the text is like going off the side. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we gotta fix that. But yeah, let me put a little test thing in here. There we go. Pew! Wow, I really flipped in there, huh? You'll see it's blue because my name Blue. Isn't that neat? But yeah, mostly this is I got to do design stuff on this. Wait, why does it look so Oh. I see why the formatting's so weird. Here, if I do this, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so that's good to know. So what was happening there is that because I have to render it in camera space, it doesn't like flatten everything. So like if I look at this, whoa. Oh, this is very legible. Yeah, so you can see that the things here. Let me move the chat over here, so this is a little more visible. You can see that things are actually like in 3D space in a weird way, and that was done on purpose to try to make it more interesting when like the chat messages like flip into the area, but clearly it's not great when it's like this. I mean, I could probably make this work, but for now we'll just do it like that. But yeah, so that's what the chat might look like. Maybe might look like once we're using the new VTuber program. So exciting. It is actually kind of exciting. It's clearly takes up way more space. I'm actually not the biggest fan of like very rectangular like on-stream chats because it's like look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Well, it is exciting. Why do you think so? Like if you look at the I'm just trying so hard to do this on the fly. This text here. This text over here. Woo! Like it's got so much room that it could spread its legs, you know? Okay, I could just do this. Oh no! Okay, those messages are getting deleted now. Whoops. Whoops. I played around too hard, and now the messages got deleted. Whoopsie. Yeah, but I mean, I am tempted to do a thing. Like, what I wanted to do... Okay, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to try to not get your message deleted. What I wanted to do is, if it was, like, not that big of a message, I wanted to make it so it was like this. So it, like, filled up the whole chat box. So you'd have, you know, if someone said a lot of things, it would be like this. But if you say little things, it'd be like this. Which it already kind of does that if you have... like only an emote or something in the thing, but you know, this has been really difficult, like making any of this work in terms of well, the emote stuff has been crazy. Not only do I have to like manually parse emotes from 4 different sources, 3 of which are third-party APIs, but getting them to load and display and all that fun stuff, it's been crazy. But in theory, here, let me do another test thing here. Wait, huh? Why is it okay when I'm using Chatterine? I should just use the Twitch chat. The window that pops up with the emotes is like way on the other monitor, like a completely multiple monitors away from the screen chat is on for me. Yeah, I'm gonna spam a bunch of things. I'm gonna specifically put in animated stuff in here because that was really difficult to get working. But in theory these should be working. Let's see. A bunch of emotes. Wow. And they're all working. That's so neat. Yeah, no, that was really difficult to do because in the chat in the bottom left, which is the one we usually use, that has a lot of problems. Though the problems never occur until I'm like not ready to figure out what's causing them. It's weird. Anyway, the thing at the bottom left is a web browser. It's a OBS web browser source, It's like some version of Chromium rendering that stuff. So like text and like getting images from the internet and stuff like that is like what a web browser is really good at. Super easy. Super duper easy, right? So that's why I did it that way, but it has so many issues that, you know, I didn't want to do that again. I mean, if there was a way to like properly display web browser stuff in Unity, I probably would have done that. But yeah, so because I don't have the ease of being like, oh yeah, just get this image from the internet. I had to do a bunch of really custom stuff. Like the animated emotes are not they're not normal. I don't know how to describe this. Can I bring up here? I can probably somehow. How would I do this? I might be able to show one of the sprites on what it actually looks like. Well, yeah, they should be cached to the disk. Hold on, let me find this. What am I doing? Right. My train of thought. It's not a very good train. It's so bad at staying on the rails. Okay, I do emote cache. That's what I'm looking for. And we'll grab the Bone Zone. Why not? We'll grab Bone Zone, which is 70. Oh wow. There's a lot of stuff cached. This is actually really crazy. I've got so I have it caching the emotes, so it stores emotes on my hard drive, and because of difficulties I had, I ended up, even though Unity doesn't natively support it, I was able to get WebPs working as long as they weren't animated WebPs, and I'm using that to store everything. And let me tell you, I can see why there's been such a push to use WebPs. Like, I've got, I don't know how many emotes now cached from just testing things out, and it's taking like less than 8 megabytes of space. There's just like tons of them. Whereas usually like one of these emotes at full quality would be like a good chunk of that space. Anyway, I'm still trying to grab things. Oh wait, I'd have to drag it into you. Well, I can show it on stream. I'm being dumb. Wait, can I? Wait, does OBS support WebP? Hold on. I'm trying to find the one I was looking for. There's a lot of really weird emotes. Oh my god, it does support WebP. So Bone Zone, which here I can zoom this thing in. Boop. Where'd it go? Huh? Hold on, it just disappeared. Oh, it's off the screen. Hold on. Now it's big. Bone Zone's that little guy up there. This is what it looks like internally. I have to take any animated emotes, figure out like what format it's in and all that, and then turn it into a sprite sheet like this. And then I have a shader that is handling the animation. So like Unity has a video player, and like for the like the Metal Gear Solid 3 streams, when I did the not octo camo, what is the photo camo like stuff, the way I did that was, well, there was a lot of work put into that too. Similar stuff, but I had like a video player that would spawn anytime there was an animated thing going on. This time around, it's a static image, which actually does make it more efficient. So that's really nice. But yeah, that's the latest thing I've been working on. I still need to make it nicer. And I don't know if I'm going to stick with the rectangleness, but it does work really well. The thing I was going to say earlier was I'm thinking about maybe making a small version of the image that's like if it's small text, it'll be like hold on, over here, over here, it'll be like this would maybe be half the size. Wait, did I type this in wrong? Oh, hey, I just noticed a bug. Hold on, let me fix this. The avatars are slightly squished. It's fixed now. It's good now. Everyone's happy. But yeah, I was thinking maybe we have like half-size messages for messages that are smaller, like this, and then the whole message would be like. Hold on, I need to adjust things here on the fly. The whole message would be like, oh, it's not letting me go smaller because there's too much text. Hold on, let me if we make this small, yeah, it'd be like that, which could work. I mean, it probably need to be a little bigger, maybe like that, and that would make things a little more compact. But I like the I like it big. I like it big. I like it that you can really see the stuff. I don't know. This message is borked though. I think if I delete this, it's gonna cause issues though. I still need to implement a way to just delete the messages. I guess I could just not worry about it, actually, is the real solution. I'm worried about it. Here, let's just do that. That's more or less where it was. Yeah, that's that. We'll just leave this up here. Oh, well, now I've done it. I get this back. I gotta get back to the corner. Actually, I think I could do this easily if I do this. I don't know if this is gonna cause issues the way I just did that. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. That's what I'm currently. Hold on. That's what I'm currently working on. It's not done. It's clearly not done. The levels, like you can see, it says chatter in the top right. That is going to be like the titles that I have in Toxabot, and it's hard to see, but there's like there's a number in the bottom left of the avatar that I don't know if that's where it's going to be in the end, but that's the Toxabot levels. And yeah, I think it's turning out pretty well. I'm excited to not have to work on it anymore. But really, I'm excited for maybe having functional chat, because I don't know what causes it. Like, I have ideas of what causes it, but the chat I currently use that I also put together, just sometimes people's like messages get garbled. Like, it'll be like an emote is used, and it like displays the emote, but then displays like half of the emote, like the word used to trigger that emote, and it like deletes part of the message. It's really I don't really know why it happens, but this has been really solid so far. I did just realize though, I need to write something down. I just realized the way I'm caching things is not going to work for 7TV. I mean, it's working now, but if I have it look at it, if I have it looking at a different channel, or if any of the 7TV emotes names change, because that's 7TV operates a little differently, which is actually they got kind of a cool system. It'll break things. So let me write that down. 7TV dash by ID, not name. Cool. Yeah, that's underway. Yeah, so as for the like VTuber program as a whole, like I keep wanting to say like, oh yeah, I'm almost done with the VTuber program, and it wouldn't technically be wrong, but it wouldn't technically be right either. Because the thing is, it's a VTuber program, like, so it's like as if I booted up Warudo, right? Which is an excellent program, by the way. If I didn't want to do like really custom stuff, I could have used that months ago and just maybe could have been using the whole new model by now. But anyway, like as if I were using one of those programs, once I'm like done, once I reach like a 1.0 like release candidate thing, I still need to use the program to make stuff, right? Like, because it's like if you download Microsoft Word to write an essay, just because you downloaded Microsoft Word doesn't mean that your essay's finished, right? I still gotta, like, the program is a tool for VTuber stuff, and so while I'm almost like done with the program itself, once it's done, I then have to use it as a tool to get the rest of the stuff working. So that's a whole thing. But I'm trying to look at, I have my to-do list open. I have some like shader stuff that I want to port from old projects into this, and I want to make new stuff too. But hopefully that, like, I wonder if I have that still. My old intro thing, I had a bunch of like glitch effects and stuff that I made specifically for that. I want to port that stuff over for use in this. I think that'd be cool. There's a couple like minor things, like I want to be able to have a thing, like I already have a system that like is very modular in terms of like, if you like, instead of it being like a separate prop system like my current VTuber program, everything's like acts the same as a prop, so like you can enable and disable like every little bit and piece that you add in there. But I want to add like a generic like thing similar to how we did the photo camo streams, but instead of it just being like a texture you replace, it being like an image or something that I can like just drag in and attach to any part of the body or whatever. So that's something that I'm not sure how I'm gonna quite do yet, but I don't think that's gonna be too crazy. There's a couple like fixes I need to do, and just like little menus I need to make. For example, like anti-aliasing stuff I want to have options for, because I'm actually having, that's one of the big problems I'm having right now with the OBS. Like, I've been calling it OBS or game mode. I don't really have a good name for it, but just haven't, I got aliasing issues all of a sudden, and I really actually don't know why. Yeah, stuff like that I need to add. And then there's like a generic toggle system I want to make, but I don't know how to make it. Like, I don't know how I want to form it. So that might be a back burner thing. But it's like, I already have like a bunch of different systems that have toggles and stuff. But I want like something that encompasses all of it. So like with this VTuber program, I'm afraid I'm going to trigger something. But I could do like this. Or this. And I actually don't like that it adjusts like the mouth and stuff too, because if I want to talk with this, I just constantly return to having an open mouth, and that's not great. But yeah, I want something like that is like multiple different things, and I have ideas of how I'm going to implement that, but I haven't done it yet. So that's another major thing, and then like. Other than that, I have to optimize the program, which is really overdue, and that's probably going to be a pain. But those are kind of the last things I need to do before I'm then getting the version 4, Toxic Juice version 4, all like polished up and ready for the program, and then you know. We'll be waiting on me to do like a version 4 debut stream. Like I keep wanting to say like, oh yeah, we're really close, but really close could still be a couple months, and that's a bummer. But yeah, I'm very worn out, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it actually. More or less, because I like as good as this VTuber program and model has done me. I'm ready to retire it, you know? I'm ready to retire this model. Like every time I've been working on this thing for months. Every time I go and work on this and then I go to stream, I'm like, ugh, ew. Who's this guy? Yeah. Let me see. I want to see if I can find my old intro thing because I don't use it anymore. It's kind of, as the kids would say, cringe. Yeah, I'm glad that people like this model, because until I made the new model, this was like probably the best thing I had made, right? But I don't really like the new one. I don't know if people are gonna like the new one. A bunch of I think it was on 4th of July we had people over, and before people were over, I was working on the program, and like a bunch of like my mom and a bunch of my cousins just ended up like very quickly coming back to my room, which is not, by the way, like the way this house is laid out, like if you're here to like for a family gathering, you know, there's no reason to come back here. There was no reason for like 4 different people to come squeeze into my little room and look at what I was working on. But my cousins said they were kind of freaked out by the new model. So we'll see what the general consensus is once I'm using it. I guess I should have showed them this model and asked if this one freaked them out. Yeah, I mean, I can't say why. I can't say why, because that's kind of spoilery. What's actually more worrisome is my mom said it looked cool. And I love my mom. But, she's also the lady that said that Hatsune Miku was Satan. So like I kind of feel like what she thinks is cool is maybe not what I'm going for. I don't know. I don't know why she called Hatsune Miku Satan. Like I years ago showed her like my Project Diva F2nd or whatever, and she did not like the look of Miku, which, to be fair, I kind of don't like that Miku model either, but Miku's just a girl. Yeah, we'll look at Carbon Miku and say that again. Now that's scary. That's Satan. Now that's Satan. I wouldn't call that Satan. What am I looking for? Right. Yeah, there are definitely things with the new model that I'm sure are like uncanny valley, like it's gonna trigger that in people, but I kind of want that to some degree, if I'm being honest. I kind of don't want something that's like this perfect, like beautifully made thing. Like I kind of want something like I kind of don't mind that my cousins were like, oh, that kind of freaks me out, because it's like, okay, I could freak people out. I'm okay with that. I don't know if I have this anymore, or like in an accessible place. Not this. Not this. Oh, that's actually, another thing I should mention. That is it even in my to-do list anywhere? No, I should probably add that. Pew. The new VTuber program doesn't have VR support. I would like to add that in, but it was very annoying adding that into this VTuber program, and the side effects of having it be a part of this VTuber program are annoying. So like every time I start up my program, it starts up Steam VR, and I can't work around that. So it's gonna have to be a later thing. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a later thing, VR support. But the problem is I have actually wanted to do some VR streams recently, and I just haven't been streaming a lot lately, so the chances of that happening aren't very high right now. But like, yeah, I don't look forward to making that happen. Where's this old intro thing? I didn't delete it. Not this, not this. Not that. Not this. I say that enough times and maybe eventually it will be the thing I'm looking at. Is it this? Did I? Oh, yeah. I think this is it. I named it weird. This is the old stream intro. I don't know if this is going to break things running the Unity editor and this VTuber program, which is in Unity, and my old intro. Oh, I forgot about... Remember when I used to have photosensitivity warnings at the beginning of my streams? Temp game capture. I feel like there just haven't been very many flickery light situations, you know? Yeah, this. Pew! This is the old intro. Like, if you've never seen this before, this is what it used to look like when I used to start my streams. And this is what I want to try to port some of the effects I made for it for, but how do I start this? I think there's like, this is all like, I think I have like hidden hotkeys for this. Sure, I think space will just do it, right? Is it not space? Is it enter? What buttons? What buttons do I press to make this thing work? Oh. Yeah, this used to be the old intro. And all the glitchy effects are custom things that I made and are random, right? And I really like those glitch effects. I have to, like, I'm hoping that I didn't make them too crazy weird, because I don't want to put that much effort in. But yeah, like, I really like the glitch effects I made in this, but I didn't do them properly, so I have to, like, the way that these glitch effects works is like they kind of have an order to them. Like, I can't remember how many there are. It's only a few, and just like the parameters on them change, but they have to be like run in that order. Like, one effect has to then go into the other effect as an input in order for it to look right. And to do that, I made shaders, just regular surface shaders, and put it on like just a plane somewhere, just like a little square, and I pointed a camera at that, and then the output of that camera went to another square in the world, and there was another camera. Like, that's not the way you're supposed to do things, but I didn't know that. I didn't know how to do it properly at the time, so I gotta do all that. But yeah, I want to port these over. Also, my GPU is not happy about what I'm doing here. Yeah, this was a cool intro thing. It just, I don't know, it's a little, oh, whoa, look at that effect. Whoa. There's probably a lot of effects that just didn't display because, like, it's all random. Yeah. I liked this thing. I like this thing a lot. But the animations were weird. I'm not good at animating things. Yeah, that's, you know what, we could just keep that run. Well, I mean, it's making my GPU sad. Can I make this window smaller? Can I resize this window? It's not gonna let me. Wait, I think it's bugging out. I think there are multiple models stacking on top of each other. Oh, I probably pressed whatever button I needed to press too many times and it loaded multiple models. Yeah, that's not supposed to be that way. Here, let me close this. Actually, I think there was a thing with this intro. Hold on, I gotta find my hidden hotkeys. There we go. Secret mode enabled. Yeah, we haven't done a secret stream in a really long time, but this is what that used to look like for the intros. Did I press the right button? What's the button I press? What's the button? Not that one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is what the secret stream intros used to look like. Wow, that's a lot of glare. It's a secret to everybody. This is really... it's really fun. I like this. Wait, doesn't it change camera angles and stuff? Hold on, let's see if it does camera angles. Oh yeah, oh. No, that's just a different glitch effect. Which is also a cool one. I like this one. Is it doing different camera effects? I actually don't know. We're just gonna wait. Because I thought I had it... Maybe it's something I didn't keep in. I did have at some point when I made this thing, I had it like do camera effects where it was like display at an angle and like pan across it and stuff like that, which was cool. But I think I stopped doing that because the pixel glitchiness didn't like come across as well. Yeah. That's that. We don't use that anymore. But it's fun to look back at. And it may or may not have parts of it reappearing in the new VTuber program. There's actually other old project stuff that I intend to dig up and use as well, but that's secret. We're not going to talk about those things until they're ready. We're not going to talk about those till they're ready. But yeah, that's kind of the state of the new model and stuff. Spoilers. It's not spoilers if I tell you. I mean, I guess it kind of... That is kind of like someone saying, like, oh yeah, this movie has a twist ending. So, you're right. I should commit Sudoku because that's shameful, spoiling things. No, but what if I want to learn about numbers? I gotta commit Sudoku. Actually, I was talking about Sudoku last night with a friend because they didn't know what Picross was. And I was like, it's like Sudoku, except it makes an image. And I've never played Picross. And I was like, maybe I should play some Picross. It could be fun. I actually don't remember how it works, but it's just like figuring number stuff out, right? Or like, is it numbers? I actually don't know. I don't know anything about it. I'm out of my element here. I think your brain can handle Picross. Yeah, I wonder, because I don't like Sudoku. Like I respect it. I respect it as a thing, but like I don't find fun in that. I do like, there's a lot of math stuff that I do find fun. Part of what makes programming interesting a lot of the time is like figuring out how you're gonna like make a thing work mathematically. So that's a thing. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes games like that just, they feel tedious and not engaging in a way that I enjoy. Now, if it had big, like bright flashing colors and like explosions and like a badass soundtrack in the background, I might like some Picross or Sudoku. You know, I think that makes it or breaks it for me. Like if you can make your game feel like the vibes of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, but even if it's like simple gameplay, that probably will make it good for me. Like, oh my god, you gotta get those numbers in there now. And there's like guitar in the background, like, you know, that sort of thing. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, I'm glad that I'm actually kind of I'm maybe in the future I could do more streams like this, because I do like just I like ranting. It's a big rant time stream, you know. I really, really, really wish I could show more about the new VTuber program than I currently can. I mean, not that I couldn't. I want it to be all like all one thing, right? I want it to be like, bam, it's here, and look at this, and look at that, and look at this again. Yeah, I can't share things ahead of time. I don't think I've ever done a just chatting stream before, and I don't mean like recently. I think literally since I've been streaming at all, like not even just like publicly, like 10-ish years ago, 11, 12. Oh no, I'm old. Anyway, many years ago I started streaming on Twitch, but like for a handful of years before that, once it started being a thing that I could do, I would stream games to friends and stuff, right? I've always loved doing this kind of thing, but I don't think once in my whole lifetime have I just sat here and said words for a stream, right? Like I can't, because I've always done, I mean, not that I wasn't doing something like showing the new chat and stuff, but I've always been doing something. I remember when I was working on that game that never got finished, and I did like logo stuff on stream. I did graphic design on stream. That was fun. I want to do more art streams. I actually would really love to do more art streams, but the art that I want to be doing is like outfits and stuff for the new model. So that's actually one of my big influences, or my big encouragements for me to like get this thing done is once version 4 is like not gonna be spoilers showing it, I would love to do streams where I just model like new stuff for it. 'Cause right now it's, you know, he's got a few options, but nothing too crazy. Pretty vanilla, you know. But then like I could be streaming and making stuff, and it'd be great. Yeah, this is history. This stream right here, I feel like, again, we don't do secret streams anymore. Maybe we should bring those back. But this feels like the kind of thing I would make a secret stream. I stopped doing secret streams because secret streams used to be Twitch-only streams. Because for once I started VTubering, once I started doing that, like I was on I was on YouTube only. I had abandoned Twitch, but then I started streaming on Twitch again because everyone I knew was here, right? Like I want to get anybody showing up in YouTube, and then I'd go on Twitch and then be like, oh, all these people I used to know are hanging out, and it was great. But Twitch was where my secret streams were, and so I don't have a secret location anymore. I don't have like another streaming site that I don't regularly stream on that I could do secret streams on. I wish I did. I really liked those streams just because they were like off the record, so to speak, even though I think literally all of them are archived in a secret place. Yeah. I miss Mixer. That was what it was called, right? I remember it as Beam.pro, but when Microsoft bought out Beam.pro and turned it into Mixer. Yeah, do you know about Mixer? Mixer was a streaming site. Oh no, by the way, like, if you keep chatting much more, the two chats are going to collide. Yeah, Mixer was a streaming site that it wasn't, so it was for however many years. It was called Beam.pro. And then Microsoft bought it out. They renamed it to Mixer, which was a dumb name. I mean, Beam.pro was a dumb name, but it was kind of dumb in a way that, like, when you see like Japanese t-shirts with English on it that don't make sense, it was like that kind of dumb. It was like fun dumb. You could make the chats touch, but then I'd get banned. What are you doing? But yeah, anyway, yeah, so Mixer was a really cool website. It was a really cool streaming site. But Microsoft killed it off. They sold it to Facebook. And I don't even think Facebook or Meta now, whatever, I don't think they used any of the technology behind it. Like they literally bought it so they didn't have competition. And that sucks. That sucks so much. Because even with the current state of like low latency streaming on Twitch and YouTube, which is, both of them are much better than they used to be. Much better. They still don't hold a candle to how damn good Mixer's low latency streaming was. It was insane. When I would want to stream, like do private streams with a friend, like my friend who lives in Europe, literally the other side of the world, would be able to view my streams on Mixer with like less than a second of latency. Like, I don't know how they did it, and I know that there's like stuff like it that has been implemented into other services, but again, they just don't do as good. Like, it was such good latency that I could probably give them input to my game, like I could give them controller input, and they could probably play it, albeit probably not the best, but still, like, it was so good. And that site also had interactive stuff. Twitch has done some things with that. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is there was like, what was the guy's Ninja? Was that the Fortnite man? I think he had like a big, huge exclusive deal with them, and there was like a few others. And then yeah, they got bought out. Like, I don't know what the deal was with that. But it's such a shame. It's such a shame. Yeah, they had interactive stuff before, like, I guess Twitch has the, hold on, what are they called? The on-screen celebration, which I have at 10,000 bits because I don't want people using that. But Twitch has like some things like that. But yeah, Mixer had this thing where like you had something similar to channel points. And you could make buttons at the bottom of your stream that would do different things. And I think you could connect like custom programs and stuff to it so they could do like any custom thing. Instead of it being like this weird roundabout, like make a request and have your program listen for the request and then have it like manually accept the request. Like, it was so much better than the way Twitch does things. Or any other streaming service I know of, but yeah, it died. It died. YouTube Live rolled out a point system? Oh yeah, I don't, am I a part of that? Is that, here, let me go to my channel real quick. Let me go to my stream on my channel. Is that a thing I have? Copy link, paste link. It's weird that I have to copy and paste this link just to go to the stream I'm already on. I don't see a point system, although I have chat disabled, so I feel bad about that. We might bring back YouTube chat sometime in the near future. I stopped using YouTube chat at all because Well, first of all, it was really hard to pay attention to. It was hard to pay attention to both chats. Second of all, once Twitch made it legal to simulcast to both platforms, they made it very clear, like, you cannot, like, if you're showing chat on stream, you cannot mix the two chats together, which is stupid. And they vaguely word everything so, like, they can ban you at their whim. But I have thought of a solution for that. So basically, oh, you're so close to touching the chats. Oh no, you said your message that said no chat touching made the chats touch. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done. But yeah, like, I have thought of an idea for this. I think I could just grab... Can I make a duplicate of this? Great. Okay, so imagine for a moment. Let me do some trickery here. Why didn't the text come with it? Okay, that's fine. Imagine for a moment here that, like, this chat is a YouTube chat. And this one here is a Twitch chat. Okay? The idea I had, which actually here, let me disable the components on these. Should be able to do that. The idea I had was, like, okay, maybe it's just Twitch chat only, right? And so you'd have your chats here. A new one would come in at the bottom like this, and you know they both move up. You know, new one comes in from the bottom. You know, that sort of thing. That would be how the Twitch chat works, right? And then if a YouTube chat came in, it would be like, boop, and it would also go to the bottom, right? And then, you know, let's say another YouTube chat comes in, it would also come up from the bottom. But then if a Twitch chat came in, yeah, it would come in like here. So like all of these other ones would move up, and this one would come in, and that keeps them separate, but like as a part of the same area, right? So like it just be, if there was two different chats, they would just, like, one would always like pile up in one space. Not that I'm too concerned that someone from, like, some Twitch moderator is going to come in here and be like, I'm going to ban you because your chats are touching. But, you know, I like to stick with the rules if I can, and I think that system would work pretty well. But also that's a whole different can of worms of trying to get YouTube, like, however their chat API works. But yeah, I have thought about bringing it back. It was just there usually wasn't people chatting in YouTube chat, and so when they did chat, I often didn't notice it because I would have like 30 different windows open for different things. And that sucked. But also, like, the people who did end up chatting in YouTube chat usually just really sucked. Like, the worst chatters I've had while streaming have been from YouTube chat. Whether it be like people who are just like aggressively don't know how to get along, like very rude, like gross internet people, or the opposite side of things. I feel like I had a lot of children who shouldn't have been watching my streams come in and be like, I'm playing Fortnite right now and I'm winning, and I'd be like, that's great, dude. I don't care though. Like, sorry, bud. Could you not, like, spam, like, don't give me the play-by-play on your Fortnite? Like, I don't need that. Not that we haven't had some stuff like that in Twitch chat. Like, what stream was it recently that happened? So, well, I think it was while I was playing Oblivion. Someone came in here and they were like, yeah, in my game I just did this, and it's like, oh, guess what happened after that I did that. Now this is happening. It's like, that's great, but maybe start your own stream. Like, if you want to share what's going on, play by play on what's going on in your game, maybe just stream it, buddy. Don't go into someone else's stream and be like, hey, if you don't like this gameplay, I've got a text version of gameplay over here. Like, that's annoying. Stuff like that throws me off so much. Like, people being like mean or aggressive or whatever, it doesn't feel good, but usually I feel like I can laugh it off and be like, okay, you do that again, you're banned, and then they do it again, and I ban them. Like, it's not a big deal. It's when people are like, don't know how to read the room, right? It's when people like really don't get the vibe of what's going on. That's what throws me off, because it's like, well, you're not being malicious, so I don't want to be mean, but also you do need to stop. Like, you should really probably stop that. Yeah, that's a thing. But luckily, we don't have much chatters here, so I don't have to worry about that too much. Am I done? Not that I want to stop, but I feel like I got. Oh no, not sad. Don't sad. It's fine. Everything's fine. It was a funny bit. Ha ha. Oh, actually, you know what? Another thing I want to talk about. See, I used to, for a little bit, I used to write down topics that, like, this would be cool to talk about on stream, or like, oh yeah, I really want to mention this. But the problem is, I would make a topic or a list of topics or subjects, whatever, and I would forget to look at it. There was a while where I actually did it in OBS. I don't think I still have that. It'd be really funny if I did. No, it's not here. I used to make just a text thing in OBS. It would be like this. It would be like, things to talk about. And it would be like cats and the wind, Metal Gear. You know, it'd be like this, right? I'd have something like this, and I would just have it there when I opened OBS, so I'd look at it and go like, oh, okay, that's the thing. But then I kept forgetting to make it visible, because obviously I don't want that on the stream. Yeah, that was the thing. What did I want to talk about that made me mention that? What? Right. I haven't had any time to like work on other projects because I'm so focused on the new VTuber program, but I did for like a night. I worked on the... Well, I actually didn't work on the TTS. I was going to say I worked on my Shadows of Doubt TTS mod. I really need to just release that at some point. There is another TTS mod, but it's got performance issues in my experience. It's pretty decent though. Anyway, no, I started working on a new mod for Shadows of Doubt that I intended to do alongside the TTS mod when I started making it, and that is I'm calling it the Accents mod. It's more than just accents, but the idea is when there's text in that game, I wanted to make modifiers that change the text to be like in some cases like they have an accent. The big one that I thought would be funny was like, what if like some of the times, like some of the characters like changed to like Uwu speak, you know? And so I did start working on that because I remembered Space Station 13, which if you don't know what Space Station 13 is, that's a whole topic on itself. But it's an RP game, not to be confused with a role-playing game or an RPG, which stands for role-playing game, but rather a game you actually role-play in. Anyway, it's an RP game where like you work on a space station, and it's like up to a 90-minute round. Like they're relatively short rounds, but you work a shift basically on the space station, and things just go wrong. And it's all text based, or like, sorry, chat is all text based. Like there's no voice chat, right? And part of what makes it really fun and wacky is Space Station 13 has a bunch of like chat modifiers. So like you could literally just spawn in with a random like genetic defect that makes you speak weird. So you type in something normally and it comes out like slurred or backwards, or the fun thing they have in that is like, I think the clowns all talk in Comic Sans. It's great. And there's different things that can affect that. But I realized Space Station 13, or at least like most implementations of it, is open source. And so I was like, I could totally just convert a bunch of these to work with Shadows of Doubt. Yeah, I got some of it working. It takes a long time though to convert those things over, or write your own. I did do my own version of the uwu speak, which I feel is very good. But I can't remember if there's something I need to do to make that work elsewhere. But my idea was I should make the speech conversion part of things like its own like generic library, so I can use it in other programs. So in theory, to make my long story that didn't need to be long short, in theory I could do a thing where I put chat modifiers on the on-stream chat. So like I can make anyone uwu-ified if I need to. All they words gonna be uwu. I don't know how I would implement that though. Not that like I couldn't programmatically do it. Like I know how I would make it function, but I don't know under what circumstances that you would like trigger that, you know? I mean, you're safe for now. I don't have the ability yet. That is really good though. It is really good. Like maybe I could have like channel point rewards or something, or God, you know, I think this is just another thing just added to the pile, but I do think that Twitch is accepting extensions again, so I can finally maybe finally make Toxabot what it was meant to be in the first place, which was a like a stream extension, which I still don't know if I want it to be like a over the video kind of extension that you can just hide if you don't want to see it, or if I want it to be like the below the stream kind of thing. I think an overlay would be cool, but it could get cluttered. But yeah, that's something I need to look into next. After I'm done with the VTuber program, that's probably the next project I need to work on is getting Toxabot back to where it needs to be. Which I mean, today we're running a new version of Toxabot, a new update. As you may or may not notice, Toxabot hasn't said anything in the chat. That's because I duct taped his stupid mouth shut. Sorry, that was a little aggressive. I did do that though. There probably has been like level ups and stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you were paying attention over the course of the stream, like Kylie, your level was presumably 205, I think, when you came in here. It looks like there was a level up at some point, but Toxabot didn't say it in the chat, which is a feature I added. I can turn that on and off. Not exactly at will. I'd have to restart Toxabot, but I can change it. I did that because I have to use Toxabot for the on-stream chat that you see in the top right. Sorry, top left. I know my directions. And the problem with that is, like, if I point Toxabot towards someone else's chat to test things, Toxabot's gonna start thinking people are leveling up in there. And then I like, especially because I was testing this chat with streams that had like, I don't know, 2,000 plus viewers. That would be really embarrassing if suddenly in some big streamer's chat they got a bunch of spam from Toxabot that's like, you just leveled up. Good job, guys. You're leveling up. I was really like, I went over the top with the like protections against that happening, because I was so worried. Like, I have options now where I can turn off like a bunch of features of Toxabot, and I was like, okay, I've theoretically turned everything off, but I don't know if Toxabot's gonna start leveling these people up, and that's gonna be really embarrassing. It didn't happen though, thankfully. Thankfully it didn't happen. I was still very anxious. But yeah. That's something I really do want to get that working, if possible. The Toxabot, like, proper, like right now Toxabot, it keeps track of your levels. You can set your title after a certain amount, and that's kind of it. Everyone technically has an inventory. Like, here, do I see it right here? Yeah, so like Kylie, you have a paperclip in your inventory. I don't know if you know this. Everyone has a random like item, just because I was testing the, yeah, that's, you take care of that. Like, that's a good item to have. I don't remember what I have. I think I have pocket lint or something. Please don't eat it. Please don't eat the paperclip. I'm not liable for any harm that comes from eating the inventory items. But yeah, like I've got systems that are like ready to be used with Toxabot that it just all had to be put on halt because Twitch stopped accepting the extensions. And it was like, well, I don't want to make a full featured extension and then Twitch come back and be like, yeah, by the way, everything you just did doesn't work because we changed our whole system. That always happens with them. But the whole idea with Toxabot, which I haven't talked about in a while, I don't think. I mean, maybe I have. The idea was it wasn't going to be anything that like spammed chat with level ups and stuff, because that was the first or second version of Toxabot did that, and I didn't like it. But there was no alternatives at the time, right? But what I wanted was all interactions with Toxabot to be through a Twitch extension, or just some sort of like I had thought about like having a website or something you could go to, but that's like kind of too far out of the way. But yeah, like having be a part of the Twitch extension that you can do things with your own currency, its own currency. So the idea is that you'll be able to take channel points and convert them into Toxabucks, or whatever the currency name will be. Toxabucks is always what I've gone with. But yeah, so like you spend your channel points not on straight like rewards from Twitch like usual, but rather you spend it and get a currency back in Toxabot. And the thing I really wanted to do was have it be that there was like I don't know, stock market's probably not the term, but that's the idea, is that the market for Toxabucks will fluctuate. So the idea is the channel points, which we call hexagons here, you will sell hexagons when you think you're going to get the most from it. So the market of Toxabucks or hexagons to Toxabucks would fluctuate, and you would check in every 15 minutes or whatever it would be. And if there was like a spike in the sell time at that point, you'd be like, oh, I got to sell my hexagons now. And so I think that would be a really interesting way to do a custom currency that isn't just one-to-one, like, okay, I got to redeem my hexagons. And then, yeah, there's going to be a bunch of stuff you could do within Toxabot on the extension that you could do with Toxabucks. But yeah, that all got put on hold for a really long time because Twitch had suspended extension stuff for a really long time. Like, I think at least a year or two. Like, it's been a while. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too long before that's up, because I would like that to happen too. And it would be really great for like interactive stream stuff that would otherwise be like spamming the chat, or like having to do a channel point reward thing when like doing stuff with channel point rewards with that's like automated, again, like the photo camo redemptions. I'm sure once you get some sort of system in place, it's not too bad, but it's pretty annoying to get working. Yeah, one day. My throat's feeling a little scratchy. I think I might be a little sick. I went to the fair recently. I went to the fair and got a sunburn that looks like, oh, what's that mean? I'm gonna see if I can look it up. Oh no, I don't know what it's called. It's where it like shows the guy, where it's like, it's like a white outline of a guy, and then it has like a red highlighted part where it's like, this is where the pain is when this happens, and this is where the pain is when this happens. You know, that sort of thing. I looked like that guy. I got such a weird, bad sunburn from being in the sun for however many hours. But it was bizarre. So I was like, I'm a white ass dude. I don't usually go outside, so it's pretty bad. But my whole face was red. The back of my neck was red, and then it stopped like a little bit beyond like where the collar of my shirt was. So it kind of tapered off in a weird way, and kind of went up my shoulders like a little bit. And then for whatever reason, I don't really know why, there was just big ovals around my shoulders that were red. Like if you imagine like shoulder pads and how those would sit on your shoulder, or not shoulder, like elbow pads, and how those would sit on your elbow. That's where the sunburns were, but not on my forearms or anything. And so, yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I still got it a little bit, but thankfully it's mostly gone. I was really red too. I get really, really red when I sunburn. And I don't really get tan. I guess I'm a little bit darker in those areas now, like a tiny, tiny bit. But I just ain't got the melanin, dude. I ain't got no melanin. Yeah, it was bad and painful, actually, very painful. But I've talked about it a lot recently with friends and stuff, talking about that sunburn, because it's not the worst sunburn I've ever had. When my youngest cousin on my dad's side was born, me and his two brothers were left in. We were left with my aunt, who I mean, she was cool. She let us do whatever, and she let us hang out in the pool at their like apartment complex, literally all day, just on our own, just in this pool on a super hot sunny day. And yeah, by the end of that day, I had literally a full body, except for like where my swim trunks were, I had a full body, incredibly red sunburn just all over. It hurt to sit down. It was bad. It was really fun swimming though. I haven't swam in many years. I used to really like it. Anyway, I was saying my throat is scratchy. Because I'm gonna go. How do you end these streams? Usually with a game, I'm just like, okay, I'm done for now. But when do you decide you're done talking? How do you do that? I need help. I need assistance. Also, if I unpause this, what happens? Oh, nothing, because that thing goes away. I might work on this. I'll keep this open. Show's over! I don't want to slam a door, though. That seems a little... I'm not... not that aggressive. Yeah, I guess show is over, though. I'm done. I'm done here. I'm done crying. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Streams are probably still gonna be not very plentiful in the near future until I get this thing done. I think I'm in not very many stream mode until this thing is done, which might be a little while. It might be a little while before this thing is done, but good God, I want to get it done. I want to get the new VTuber program done, and I want to get my new model in. and I want that to be happening. Which, by the way, I've had plans since since before I started working on the new model. I've had plans for a stream that I think would be awesome to do, to reveal the model, but the logistics of it are not great, and it might just not be really possible. So, I'm still hoping that I can get done what I need to get done to make that happen. But there might just be like a day where it's like, hey, here's the new model. Hey, here it is. Yeah, no real big event. It's just, hey, new model here. But hopefully not. Hopefully not. Anyway, I'm going now. See you when I see ya, nerds. That was a good outro, right? That was good. Also, it's good to see you too, Kylie. We going now. Bye-bye.